Smokes in CSGO are a very powerful tool that you can use at your disposal. They can be used to close or create choke points, section off bomb sites, close an angle, or either slow down or completely stop a push altogether. But you can use an enemy's smoke against them. So Inferno here is the perfect example of why smokes are so powerful. I mean, hell, you can even smoke off banana all the way from A site without ever having to rotate. I mean, you throw it just simply like that, and you're helping out your B players slow down or either stop a push without ever really even rotating off and giving up, this arch angle. So oftentimes when terrorists are pushing into the A site, they'll either smoke this side or they'll smoke off this side. And a lot of times what this does is it forces either players to give up their position by shooting wildly through the smoke, hoping to get a pick, or it forces them to rotate off, either fall back or fall back to site, trying to help out their team. But a lot of times this doesn't really work out so well, and they are put into a 1 versus X situation while they're waiting for their team to rotate, or they just end up straight up dying because they're kind of falling back like this and someone happens to push through the smoke, come up behind them, and shoot them in the back. So something that you can do, which is sort of I'd say probably a medium risk, high reward type of thing, is if this is smoked off like this, a lot of times you can sit on the other side of the smoke like so, and since smokes give a huge disadvantage to anyone pushing through them, as you can see, I can't really see until I'm right here, which is far outside of the smoke. A player will try to push through smoke, they'll jump through, and you can see them way before they'll be able to see you, and they'll even sometimes run by you if it's smoked like it was there, without ever seeing you, and they'll say, oh, arch side clear, telling their team, that, hey, we can push through smoke as well, and you can see 2, 3 people go by and get 1, get 2, and sometimes even get 3 players killed. So, even if they don't do that, again, this is going to be smoked off. Even if they don't do that, what you can do is listen, wait for those 3, 4, 5 players to go by, however many are alive. Then if you only hear 2 or 3 people go by, you say, hey, I only heard 2 cross towards truck side, be careful of your apartments, be careful banana, they could be sitting in mid just waiting or watching anybody crossing from arch, and you can give your team that information. So not only are you giving your team information, but if you hear those players go by, you can actually even make a high risk, high reward play and push through the smoke after you hear 3 or 4 people go by. Obviously check your angles, make sure they're not watching mid, check your boiler, and then push up behind them, get the flank on them, and oftentimes you can get 1, 2, even 3 kills. And even if you only get 1 kill but stop a bomb plant, you're really going to help your team a lot because 1, your team has a lot more time to rotate since that bomb plant takes close to 4 seconds to do, and 4 seconds is a long, long time in CSGO. And 2, you're getting that trade kill, making it a lot easier for your team to retake. So playing with smokes, especially on Inferno here or any map for that matter, is something that could be used very, very effectively, but it's not something you want to do over and over again, much like anything. So if you're doing this and sitting behind this smoke every single round, and if you're sitting behind the smoke every round and you happen to use it successfully time and time again, well, eventually your enemies are going to start getting wise to it, and they'll either flash through if they haven't been already, or they'll just start pre-firing the spots that you're sitting. So it's not something you want to do over and over again, but it is something that you can try doing instead of just being kind of static here, saying, oh no, I'm smoked off, I'm going to run back to site to help out my team. Oh, they're already truck side, they took out a couple of my friends, and now I'm in a 1 versus X situation, and oh, now I'm dead, and now it's 2 versus 4, 2 versus 5, or whatever. So keep in mind that sometimes you need to do something that is a little bit risky, like sitting on the other side of a smoke and pushing up behind your team. But hopefully this video kind of gave you guys some good ideas at how to manipulate your enemies' tools against them. And as always, thank you all very much for watching, and say cheese.